Well, Corey's out at Falcon Field checking out an ambulance in the air, an air ambulance.
Real lifesavers for sure. Hey, Cor.
Yeah, Samaritan Aviation. It's an amazing group of a small group, but boy, talk about effective. Really, they're like an ambulance to hundreds of thousands. They're doing all kinds of things. And Mark Paul is with us. Yeah, nice to see you, friend.
Great to be here.
Yeah, thank you. And I see you've got your plane behind us, which will be fixed with floats once you get to your destination. But give people at home an idea of where are you working? The island that you're based on over across the world is what?
Yeah, Samaritan Aviation is a Christian charity. We're based in Papua New Guinea. So we're above Australia in the South Pacific. It's actually the second largest island in the world. And on half of the island is Papua New Guinea. There's 8 million people. A fifth of the world's languages are there, and it's one of the most remote places in the world.
Yeah, very, very primitive culture, would you say?
Yeah, basically where we operate on a 700-mile river, these people that live there are 3 to 5 days from the only hospital that is in the area. And so you're talking about living in huts. They don't have electricity, running water, anything of the modern conveniences and things that we have. And so we are actually a air ambulance 7 days a week. We're there responding to pregnancy emergencies, snake bites, crocodile bites, tribal wars, malaria, tuberculosis, all kinds of diseases and things that they face, and they really have no other way to get to the only hospital without our services.
Yeah, and watch your head there, Brian. So I assume that, 50 years ago, these people would just perish, or life would just continue. That's just the way things were before you were able to get them to medical attention.
No, that's exactly right. Even 8 years ago, before we arrived, people were perishing. And so we offer this service at no charge to the people. We also deliver medical supplies to 40 different aid posts. We've delivered over almost 150,000 pounds of medicine and vaccines in these little airplanes. And we're so excited to introduce this airplane. This is going to be our third airplane going to Papua New Guinea, and we put floats on it, and it also lands on wheels and lands on a runway, but it has offers access and hope to these people that have none without us being there.
Yeah.
And we're so thankful for all the supporters around America and around the world that allow us to offer this service to these people.
Yeah. Well, they don't fly for free. I assume that cash money is one of the best ways for people to help you. How can they do that?
Absolutely. You can go to our website at samaviation.com. We'd love to have you partner with us monthly. We're working, this plane is $460,000. It's paid in full by our generous donors, but now we're trying to raise $35,000 to ship it over to Papua New Guinea here in the next 2 months. So it's a great opportunity to join a great organization, and yeah, we'd be excited to have you help us in partnership as we serve the people in this remote part of the world.
Boy, you're saving lives every day. Well, next time we get together, I really want to hear a couple of stories from you. So think on that as we wrap up the show. I'm sure you've got a million of them. But thanks, Paul. Or Mark. Mark Paul doing a great thing, great organization, and you can help them out. That's an easy thing to do. And talking about making a direct difference in people's lives, you can do it right here. Anyway, we're coming up from Falcon Field in just a couple of minutes.
All right. Cor. Thank you for sharing. Corey is out at Falcon Field checking out an ambulance in the air.
Hey, Cor.
Yeah, you got it. This is the crew that makes it happen. This is Mark Paul. He's a founder of the whole organization. And this is Brian, and this is Danielle, staff here at Falcon Field. Thanks for getting up early with us. And give me an idea of what your typical day is like just off the Australian coast in a very primitive, or on a very primitive island. What are you doing over there?
You know, the one thing about where we live is you don't plan emergencies, so our days change all the time. And so it could be an emergency flight, it could be medicine delivery, there could be a disaster, a disease outbreak in some village that we're responding to. And so every day changes. That's part of the excitement for me, is that it's not an 8-to-5 desk job. You know, this is something that is life and death. It changes all the time. And I'll tell you a quick story. I remember getting a call, and they told me about this mother. She has 4 other kids, but she had a breech birth, and the medical person in her village said that the baby was not alive. And so they called us, and they said, can you help just come save the mom? I jumped in the plane, grabbed a nurse. We rushed out there, picked her up, brought her in right to the hospital, and came in to visit the next day. And not only did she live, but her baby lived as well. Oh, and this baby was 2 pounds 7 ounces. They named the baby Samaritan. And so we call him Baby Sam. And just so I can tell you, all kinds of
Probably
stories.
have
about lives
hundreds
saved
of
and
them.
the-
Well, once again, as we wrap it up, how people at home, I know they want to help. How can they get in touch with you?
They can go to our website, samaviation.com, and learn all about us. There's a donate page there as well. Facebook, we're on Instagram. We would love to have you partner with us. So there's so many needs over there. We are a lifeline offering access and hope to these people that have none. And so we're so thankful. We can't do it without people joining us in this journey. So.
Well, you've got a big heart, and thanks so much for telling your story. Again, samaviation.com. Check out Mark and his website, and you'll be glad you did. You can make a difference all the way around the world. See you soon, you guys.